Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mike, and today's something a little special, something different from me, something I really rarely do. Typically my videos are all about gameplay and tactics and stuff like that, and this is kind of just a heart to heart, okay? This is just me, some of my opinions on some things, and you probably know where this kind of spawned from unless you've been under a rock for the past week or so. Here recently, Hutch put out a video where he voiced his opinion on a lot of different things, a lot of things that matter to this community. He talked. I'll run through kind of a couple of things that he touched on, and then I'll kind of tell you guys my opinions and thoughts on some of those things. So he talked about the direction of the community and kind of where it's been and where it's going. He talked about Machinima Respawn a little bit and kind of the role that it's playing in all this. He talked about money and kind of the role once again that that it's playing and everything that's going on. As far as the community kind of evolving and changing. What else did he talk about? He talked about him kind of not having a drive to commentate or not having fun. I think was what he said. It just wasn't fun for him at one point. So I can kind of talk on that. And what else? He talked about another interesting thing was he talked about how people are approaching him to almost to kind of like pimp him out, just use his channel to make their channel better. They're not looking for a genuine relationship with him. They're just looking to, get what they can from him and then, move on. So I have some opinions and thoughts on that too. So I hope you guys don't mind this. This is, like I said, this is totally different for me. And you're looking at the screen right now and you've probably been wondering from the beginning, what is all this gibberish that I'm looking at? Okay. Today at lunch, from time to time at my work, they have these things called seminars where a product rep or somebody will come in and they'll bring us lunch and they'll talk about their product. And today I was really bored, and I had been thinking a lot about Hutch's video just because I had seen it, and a lot of the stuff honestly kind of hit home with me, because I'm a part of this community and I enjoy being a part of it. So a lot of this stuff was I could relate to it. So today, while I was sitting in this hour seminar, I just sketched a bunch of thoughts, and that's what you're going to kind of see scrolling through here. Now you're probably not even going to be able to read them, but I think that's kind of the cool part, I guess. The gameplay itself is not important. I don't even really know what I'm going to throw in here, but I'll find something that kind of fits the length. So sit back, relax, and listen to me kind of just talk and tell you guys about some of my opinions and stuff on this. All right, so first up, the community and where it's going, the direction as far as being good or bad. And one of the key things that I think as far as the community kind of evolving is that it's become so oversaturated, and flooded with videos and commentators. And regardless of, the fact that overall quality is kind of diminishing, I think that there's a pressure, towards like existing commentators to kind of step up their game. They have to kind of, because there's so many people getting into this. There's so many creative people that are changing things up. The big guys aren't. It's obviously easy for them to stay big, but they have to, kind of watch their back if they want to be on top of their game because there's so many people coming into this. And as a I haven't honestly been a part of this community as long as a lot of guys have. I've only really been following this YouTube stuff and been a part of this scene for, I don't know, maybe 4 months or so. And I know it's been around for kind of, I guess, big for over a year. But I do know that when I first came into this, I saw some really influential commentators, that kind of helped me determine the direction that they actually helped me first, decide I wanted to be a part of this community and be a director. And second of all, they helped kind of, show me the way, so to say. And I think it's dangerous now that there's so many commentators in this scene, and somebody new getting into the community may see one of these commentators and may assume that's kind of the general quality, and that's bad, because there are a lot of really good commentators out there, and at the same time there are a lot of people that are bad, honestly, that shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So I mean, like I said earlier, I think the quality is kind of decreasing, but I think it's forcing the big guys to step up their game. So I like seeing that. So that's kind of just real quick my idea on the community and what's going on with it at the moment. Next up, kind of Machinima Respawn and the role that it's playing in the community. And I think Hutch actually referred to it as scapegoat, or people referring to Machinima Respawn as the scapegoat. But you got to realize that you can't really make a statement, I guess, about Machinima Respawn if you don't understand that their number one priority, they're a company, okay? Their number one goal is to make money, okay? And they make money from views on videos. And unfortunately, you know, conflict kind of can become king, so to say. You know, if they get a real controversial video over there and it just gets a lot of views and a lot of discussion, you know, regardless of ratings, because ratings, honestly, when you're Machinima Respawn, ratings really don't matter because they're so big. When you're a smaller channel, ratings are huge. You know, ratings help put your videos in places that they typically wouldn't be. But when you're as big as Machinima Respawn and Machinima, and you have as much promotional power as they do, ratings aren't as telling, you know, and so that really doesn't matter. You know, view count in the end is what they're looking for. So, and I understand that they kind of monitor, that they do their best to monitor their quality. And Anthony and all those guys that are working with directors and picking up new talent, you know, I know they're working their asses off over there. But honestly, the quality, I don't think there's a real standard kind of set. You know, I think whatever is entertaining, regardless of really the quality or even content, maybe what they're looking for at the moment. And I'm not sure. Now, I may be totally wrong. Honestly, I may be wrong. But from my opinion, from what I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of stuff you've seen up on Machinima that you really think shouldn't be there. You know, and it's there, in my opinion. You know, it's there. I think the Machinima guys realize that it may not be the best stuff, and it's there to, you know, cause discussion, which could be a good thing at the same time. You know, that I think the community in the end will kind of weed out, you know, the people that shouldn't be there. I think they'll get weeded out, and the people that should be there will stay and will be around. So Machinima Respawn does play a big role, and if you guys don't know, I'm a director at Machinima Respawn. It was one of, like, as far as my commentary career, it is was kind of my highest achievement at the moment. You know, it's great. I mean, I'm also like a partner now. Well, not really. I don't know if it's a partner now, but anyway, I can put advertisements on my video through Machinima Respawn. But even greater than that, you know, was getting that first email from Anthony, you know, saying, congratulations, you've been selected to be a part of the directors program if you so please. And it was just a great day, and I'm you know, I feel great to be a part of what I consider, you know, an elite club of guys, really talented people. So Machinima Respawn kind of out of the way. Next up, let's talk about money and kind of the role that it's playing. And I guess that's a nice transition, you know, from talking about Machinima Respawn. And at the moment, money doesn't bother me. You know, I don't care what somebody does with their channel as long as stuff is entertaining, as long as and that's another thing, like if I ever watch a video, regardless of whether I really like it or not, if it entertains me, if I watch it for the entire length of the video, I'll give it a thumbs up. I'll be sure to leave a comment, you know, if something about it wasn't appealing to me. But if it entertains me for 10-15 minutes and I watch the whole thing through, I'll always give it a thumbs up. That's just the way that I am, because in the end, I think a lot of what this community has became is entertainment value. You know, in the beginning, it was all about tips and tricks and stuff, and now there's so many people doing that, and the community as a whole has become, I think, it's become a lot more aware of how to figure out things. And, you know, because of people like, you know, like Wings, for example, Wings of Redemption, you know, he was one of the first guys that was really doing strategy and tactics and stuff. And he's almost taught the community kind of on its own how to figure these things out. So that may not be the most important thing at the moment. And in my eyes, it's kind of entertainment. So as far as money goes and stuff, I don't care. Watching a 10-second, you know, advertisement or something really doesn't bother me, and I don't look down on somebody for if they're in this for money. You know, it's not my place to do that. Personally, this is just a hobby for me. I mean, I have a full-time job. I have a wife. I have animals, dog, and a cat, you know, that I take care of. And I know that's not that big a deal, but I'm just saying, like, this isn't my full-time deal. Obviously, I just kind of do this for fun. It's a nice break for me personally, but I do understand some people, you know, are looking at this as a genuine source of income, a profession, and people like Hutch and Seedanders, you know, they're at a level that a lot of us would eventually, you know, like to be at, and they've kind of reached that milestone where they're getting paid to do what at one time was a hobby for them, which is amazing. So the money deal, as far as I go, you know, it's cool with me. I don't care. What else do we have? Let me see. And I did mention Hutch is like kind of I think they're kind of like, I don't know, they're in my mind kind of 4 different tiers of commentators, and Hutch is he's so huge. Like he's up there with like maybe five other guys in my opinion. And you get to somebody like me, and I'm kind of in the middle of the pack, you know. And then there are people below me that are lower than me. And so I think my perspective is kind of an overall. Maybe I don't know. You know, all the stuff that I'm talking to you guys about is something that, as a commentator, because I game with commentators, that's really all I play with. I play with people, you know, that are directors in the scene and stuff, and we talk about this stuff a lot. Honestly, we'll talk about different opinions about what people are doing with their videos and their channels, and what we like, what we don't like, directions on where we think things are going and whatnot. So I just thought this may be entertaining or interesting for you guys if you're not a part of the scene like I am, for you guys to hear kind of my perspective and some of my thoughts on all of this. And I want to close with something that's it's kind of personal. Well, it's not really personal, but something that Hutch really didn't talk about. Well, he kind of got to it. No, he didn't. He didn't talk about it. Respect for the community. Okay, I think that's really important. I think it's really important for, as a commentator, for you to kind of be honest with yourself, and jealousy comes into play a lot in this. Okay, I recently was informed that a couple commentators, one of them is a really big commentator, a lot. I mean, 3, 4 times, maybe 5 times bigger than my channel, and he had said or agreed with a couple things that another commentator said that were kind of negative towards me, and unfortunately the video that was up, it wasn't it was taken down for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why it was taken down, but I think that's a sign of, you know, being able to kind of control yourself. You know, if you ever put up a video and you have to take it down for some reason, then you need to check yourself. For example, you know, you need to look at what you're doing, look at the direction kind of you're going, and you need to rethink things, because personally I would have liked to see the video and see what people said about me. And I heard from friends that had seen the video that you know, some hits were kind of taken at me, some swings, so to say. And I really don't know. I don't know all the details, but in kind of talking with it, it sounds like it wasn't as bad as my friends had made it out to seem like. But in the end, you know, I really don't know. I didn't see the video. But I mean, everybody obviously is open to have their own opinions on other commentators and stuff. But you know, it gets to a point where if you're bashing somebody, I mean, if that's you, if that's the way you are, the way you kind of talk about people that in that light, and you're negative, and you put that out there for all your subscribers to see, that's fine. You know, do that, but be honest about it. Be truthful about it, and don't be afraid to, you know, leave it out there for people to see. So that's the thing. Just respect, especially the commentators. I just ask that, and this I can't really ask it. I'm just saying, just like respect your fellow commentator. You know, we're all in this for fun. Most of us are doing this for fun. I know I'm definitely doing this as a hobby, and you know, this is just a place to apologize. This is just a place, you know, to get away from the daily grind. And I guess that'll go back to the last thing when Hutch was talking about not having fun doing this at one point, and I think that honestly has a lot to do with the game, Modern Warfare 2, and I think that's why you've seen a lot of Let's Plays here recently. Like, a lot of people really didn't know what to do. Kind of Modern Warfare 2 had kind of ended its run. It wasn't as fun anymore, and a lot of things were broken about the game that made it honestly not a fun game to play anymore. And so all these Let's Plays evolved, and that was something I really enjoyed seeing. Now, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't watch Let's Plays, but it was nice to see how the community as a whole kind of responded to Modern Warfare, for example, and that gameplay not being what they wanted to do. Even though, like, I'll put up a Modern Warfare 2 video, and it'll still double the views of anything else that I put up, just because people enjoy watching that. But it was nice to see that the majority of the commentators kind of went a different route. They did things that they enjoyed, you know, because when Black Ops comes out, the market, so to say, is going to be so flooded with content. It's going to be, you know, like sink or swim. You know, you're going to have to keep up with the pack. If you don't keep up, you're going to get lost in all of this, because there's this hobby is getting really easy to get into. There's a lot of information about how to become a commentator, and so it's only going to get tougher. You know, the big guys are going to have to stay on top of their game if they want to, you know, continue to be big and not be overrun by the smaller up and coming guys. You know, the smaller guys, you know, they have that drive. You know, they have that desire, especially with money being involved, to kind of boost their game, so to say. And you know, they're really going to put all they have into it. And the bigger guys, when I'm saying bigger guys, I'm talking like maybe above 50,000 subscribers. Okay, I consider kind of 50 to like 100 big guys. Over 100,000, you're kind of a monster. Maybe 10,000 to 50,000, you're kind of average, so to say. And then the smaller, it's not average. That's a really wrong term to use, but you're one tier below a big guy. And then the small guys are maybe 0 subscribers all the way up to, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers, I guess. But I guess I'll end on that. And like I said, I know this was long. This is the longest time I've ever talked to you guys. So I hope you don't mind. And yeah, this was a response to Hutch's video too. So it'll be it's designed to show up under his video, and also it's going to be on my channel, obviously. So that's it, guys. I hope you didn't mind. Let me know your thoughts if you have opinions and suggestions or ideas, or I mean, if you disagree with anything that I said, feel free to comment. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this because it's fun and because I enjoy, having a dialogue and communication with fellow gamers, that enjoy and love the first-person shooter games that I love. And I may branch off from that here coming up, first-person shooters, but we'll see what happens. So it's late, guys, and I need to get to bed. So I'll catch up with you guys later. See you on Xbox Live. Later, guys.